Welcome back to another episode of our Dinner Party podcast. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Keith.
We're the podcast that covers topics you can cover later, like at a dinner party. All right, this one, it's a little dirty, not gonna lie. The Olympic medals are rusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. This from our friends at the Morning Brew. The Paris Olympic medals are no match for the everlasting participation trophies proudly displayed by your parents. LVMH, the French luxury juggernaut behind the brands like Hennessy and Louis Vuitton, is answering for the shoddy quality of the medals its jewelry subsidiary Chaumet, I think, designed for the games. In recent weeks, Olympic medalists have posted pictures on social media of rusted over medallions looking like the bikes that wintered outdoors. More than 100 athletes have asked for replacements, according to the New York Times. The International Olympic Committee apologized and promised to honor the replacement request. LVMH says, "Not I. The medal debacle is a headache for the company, which poured $163 million into the Summer Games as part of its foray into high-profile sports sponsorships." But the status symbol purveyor washed its hands of the faux pas, claiming this week that Chaumet merely designed the medals. The centuries-old mint and manufactured medals, Monet de Paris, I don't know, attributed the deterioration to a change in its varnish formula, a step it took to comply with a recent European Union regulation banning the anti-rust chemical chromium trioxide. The big picture, the rusty taste in the mouths of Olympians who bit into the LVMH medals hasn't stopped it from reclaiming its spot as Europe's largest company this week, overtaking Danish pharma giant that makes Ozempic, Novo Nordisk.
They overtook them?
Yep, as the largest company in Europe.
Oh, so they're rusting because they're not allowed to put the anti-rust chemical.
Exactly. So changing the formula, protecting the metals is perhaps not as strong as the, I would guess, toxin. I mean, we're saying anti-rust chemical. I would guess toxin of chromium trioxide.
Well, I just feel lied to because this whole time I thought the gold medals were just solid gold.
I don't think they've been solid gold since like the Grecian games. They are gold plated, right?
That kind of just takes it away a little bit, I feel.
But also confusing because even gold plated jewelry doesn't tend to rust and give it maybe, I mean, in the US, we probably still have this chemical. I'm also not biting into my jewelry on the reg. So I would have to wonder like what is going on there? Like how much gold plating is on it and how much is it actually up to the anti-rust to even protect the gold plating? Maybe gold plating does. I mean, it would certainly tarnish, but rusting seems very cheap.
Do you think that the Aztecs had anti-rust chemicals?
Right.
Or
well, that's all pure gold. That's what I'm saying. Like shouldn't like the gold coating be thick enough that it wouldn't rust anyway?
Yeah, I would think.
Does gold rust?
Somebody's being cheap.
Somebody is being cheap. Like, do you think you could like bite away the gold? Like,
ooh, can you imagine if one of them did that?
My teeth would be like, that just like sent shivers down my spine. I don't like that. You know the like sound of like a fork scraping a plate?
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's the worst. I don't want that. That's what makes that just made me think of all of this.
For good TV though, if one of the Olympians like bit it and then they're like, all the gold came off.
They're like, look, you can see my teeth prints. Yeah. I mean, is it because gold is a really soft metal? So isn't that also what they're supposed to be doing is showing it's gold? Like,
yeah, that's why they bite them.
That's also the weird part about because you see everyone bite medals, like silver and bronze medalists.
Oh. Well,
and I'm like,
they just felt left out.
Yeah, they're like, just do the metal bite thing.
Because I don't think you're supposed to do that for the others.
No, I don't think I don't think like
that's how
copper or bronze, like bronze is sturdy.
Yeah.
Like it certainly wouldn't do that. Yeah. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like bronze age.
Or silver swords.
Well, silver, I think silver also.
They don't make gold swords.
There's a golden age also.
They don't,
we had all the ages. I feel like a golden sword is for sure. That one was for show. That's like the king. The king had a golden sword, and that was like for his painting. Like we're just sitting here with a gold sword for a painting.
Oh yeah.
We're not fighting. I mean, did kings ever actually fight? I don't know.
I think some of them did.
Death wish for sure.
Some of them, I think they just wanted to, like, prove their worth. hey, I am the king. I am the best.
I wonder how many kings went into it with like an inflated ego and then realized when they got
died.
shot by something, they were like, oh, this was actually really bad.
First person they runs up to him just whacks their head right off.
They played a lot of chess and they were like, I'm so good at war. And then they like went to war and they were like, oh, I'm so bad.
Would you ever like want to be a king back in the day or a queen?
I mean, as a woman,
I feel like queens is a very dangerous job back in the day.
Are you immediately going to Henry VIII? Of like
just all of them? I feel like
you were just a bargaining piece, and that makes it no fun. I feel like being a woman, like honestly, anytime you beyond 1970 is like womp womp. I don't know if I want to be a woman then.
Yeah.
Like, what would I be doing? Just hanging out, learning to sew. I'm actually pretty okay at sewing. I don't think I'd be total loss if I was born back then. I have had LASIK though.
You could be like a medic.
Blind. I could sew.
Oh, I feel like
sew bodies.
I feel like you see a lot of women like old medic, like World War movies.
Yeah, but if we go back to like kings and queens time, then I'm probably just a witch. Oh, definitely getting burned at the stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could be a person who sees things, a seer. Or what's that one word I'm thinking of? Not a seer.
Fortune teller. Mystic.
Starts with like an O or something.
Omnipresent.
I don't know.
I already said fortune teller. I don't know. This feels like a bad game of Jeopardy now. I don't know.
I've been watching a lot of Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah?
On Amazon. Colin Jost is the host.
Oh, wait. I love him.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to watch this.
Pop Culture Jeopardy. I can get down on some of those answers.
Did you know that Ryan Seacrest now hosts Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
I watched that this week. Oh. Just to be like, what is Ryan Seacrest like? Funny.
Did I tell you I auditioned for Wheel of Fortune?
Tell me more.
Yeah. I remember I applied, and then like a year later.
Did they come to Indianapolis?
No.
Oh.
So like a year later, I get an email from Wheel of Fortune after like I applied. And they're like, hey, yeah, we're going to interview you for the thing. Here, pick a time slot. So I said, okay. So I picked a time slot. It's a Zoom call with other potential contestants.
Okay.
I thought we were going to play a game, Wheel of Fortune.
They're like, we got to test your skill.
Yeah, that's what I was like practicing playing Wheel of Fortune. No. They just wanted to like, they asked you like 2 questions.
About yourself?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, okay.
And then they're like, all right, you're in the pool for like the next year. You can get an email at any time.
Oh, they like randomize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like they don't cover your flights or anything to get there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So it's all on you to get there.
Well, you do get like,
you get like a minimum when you
but I think
play.
it's only like $1,000. So depending where you live, if you live in New York, you are not.
Right.
Yeah.
Which if you notice, even the people in my interview, they're all like California because it's easier for them to just.
Yeah. They're like, I can do this.
Yeah. Every single one of them in my call was from California. And I was like, oh, this dude's getting picked for sure. You know,
every once in a while they do have people. I mean, most of the time it's people from all over the U.S.
Yeah.
But every once in a while they have like shows where it's all Cali people.
Yeah. Well, this one dude, I was like, oh, they're going to pick him for like one of those military weeks.
Yeah.
Because he was an ex whatever.
Have you seen any of your people on TV? Did you watch enough to like notice?
I don't.
That'd be interesting.
I don't ever really watch Wheel of Fortune, but I was like, I could be on Wheel of Fortune.
I would 100% want to be on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. So that was the extent of it. I think the year's probably passed by now.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
Go again. You made it far enough.
I guess.
Just keep tweaking.
It only takes, 5-10 years to get on the show.
Hey, but 5-10 years later and you win $70,000.
Is that one of the shows where you can keep coming back if you win or no?
Nah, that's Jeopardy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeopardy, you also got to be so smart to be on that, right?
Oh, I don't understand how these people know any of these questions.
They got to like give them a study guide or something because I'm like, did you really just know that much about like 17th century poetry or like what did we do here? Because that's just not something my brain knows. Although sometimes when you have like, I don't know, they'll just have these random topics or whatever. And I know shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm so smart.
Yeah.
Like being good at Jeopardy just like makes you feel good about life.
You'll like Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Yeah. That's one I could get behind.
I think they said it was for, Colin Jost was like, it's for people who don't read books.
Yeah. Like we're chronically online. It's for the chronically online. That's really what it is.
There was.
And shallow people.
They play in teams of 3.
Oh, I already like it. We're already doing better.
And they have like a fun name.
Team names.
Yep. And almost all of them,
This is trivia night at your favorite bar. Yeah, exactly. Is what it is.
A lot of them like are trivia teams from in like their local. And they go there. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You could get really good at like your local bar and then be like, okay, we have like a resume.
So one episode I watched, one team, some of them, actually, I think all 3 of them were on Jeopardy once before.
Right.
And he's like, I went back to my hometown and I guess there's these Facebook groups where you can chat with people who've been on Jeopardy in your town and go to like local
meetups,
like local like trivia pub night thing. Yeah. And they formed a team and that's how they got their team.
That feels diabolical because it's too many smart people on a team.
Which I've noticed some of these teams that have the smart people, they don't win.
Yeah, because pop culture is not about being smart. It is about being shallow. How much do you pay attention to shit that doesn't matter?
Exactly.
And that's the moral to the story. Listen, don't pay attention to how much gold is on your medal. Don't pay attention to the smart things.
Just don't do it. They don't want you to know about the fake gold.
No. Stop biting things if you're not gold also.
I probably just wouldn't eat any metals.
Yeah, don't eat metal, kids. And that is another episode of our Dinner Party Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.